Hey Facebook friends! How is everyone? I coerced my husband to do this video for our anniversary, and we're 6 years married, right?
Yes.
10 years together total, and a lot of you haven't ever met Rob through Facebook or YouTube or anything, so this is a cool opportunity for me to show off my man. And I wanted to do something really cool. I wanted to go through a quiz that is from this book called The 5 Love Languages. Here it is. And we found out about it, I think, through a friend, and I think we got it as a gift for our wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, here it is. Shelly gave it to us. Robin and Laura, I hope and pray this book blesses you on your journey through marriage. I know it will. And guess what? It has. So thank you, Shelly, for this book. Basically, it divides love into 5 different categories, and you are going to have one primary way that you receive and give love, right? And it's really valuable to know what your husband or significant other, how they receive love, because if you don't know that, then sometimes you can get really frustrated trying your best in a relationship and then find out that it's just not working. So this has helped me beyond marriage and in relationships with general people, because we should be showing love to everyone, I think. So Rob agreed to take us through the men's part of the quiz because they have different questions. So write down your answers, and then at the end I will give you your results. So here we go. Do you have anything you wanted to share?
Well, like Laura said, she twisted my arm into doing this. But no, this is our anniversary, so it's the least I could do. And I know how much this book and these principles have meant to her, so might as well give it a shot. And I will say, though, on the off chance that any of my guy friends are watching this, you cannot use this for blackmail, please. Okay?
Aww.
Okay, so...
You have to take the quiz if you're his friend, too, just so you know.
Yeah, you do. So what do I do?
So we're going to go through the quiz questions for guys. So if you're a guy, if you're a husband in particular, these are the questions for you. So get out a piece of paper and a pen so that you can write down your answers. And then at the end, we're going to give you what your love language is, and it's gonna help you. It's gonna help your wife. So
yeah, definitely. So just read these.
Yeah. Question number 1.
I guess there's 30 questions here, but I'll go through them pretty quickly. Okay. Question number 1. My wife's love notes make me feel good. So that's A, right?
If that's true. So read the 2, and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other one is I love my wife's hugs.
Yeah. So if the first one is more true for you, then choose A, write down A. And if the second one is more true for you, then choose B. You have to choose between them.
So if her love notes make you feel good, A. If you love her hugs, E.
You have to choose between them, though.
Right.
Yeah.
I do?
Not you.
They do.
They do.
2. I like to be alone with my wife. B. So that's B. Or I feel loved when my wife helps me do my work. D, as in dog.
All right, so choose between one of those and write down your answer.
3. Receiving special gifts from my wife makes me happy. C. Or I enjoy long trips with my wife, which is B, as in boy.
And ladies, if your husband isn't doing this, then try to guess for him, because you'll come up with...
No. No. That doesn't work, right?
He has to do it.
Nice try.
He has to do it.
Yeah, when we fill this out and go through this test, our answers, they surprise our own selves. So how would someone else be able to guess that for us?
That's so true. And I think a lot of the reason why we need to do the quiz is because we've been misunderstanding our partner.
Yeah.
And this is an opportunity to get clarity. So thank you. That's so true.
Yeah. No problem.
He's got to do it.
That's what I'm here for, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Where are we at?
4, sorry.
4. I feel loved when my wife does my laundry. D. Or I like it when my wife touches me. E. I like both of those, I'm not going to lie.
But you got to choose.
You have to choose. 5, I feel loved when my wife puts her arm around me, which is E. Or, I know my wife loves me because she surprises me with gifts. That's C. Number 6, I like going most anywhere with my wife, B as in boy. Or, I like to hold my wife's hand, E. 7, I value the gifts my wife gives to me, which is C. Or, I love to hear my wife say she loves me, A. 8, I like for my wife to sit close to me, E. Or, my wife tells me I look good and I like that, A. 9, spending time with my wife makes me happy, B as in boy. Or, even the smallest gift from my wife is important to me, C. Number 10, I feel loved when my wife tells me she is proud of me, A. Or, when my wife cooks a meal for me, I know that she loves me, D. 11, no matter what we do, I love doing things with my wife, B as in boy. Or, supportive comments from my wife makes me feel good, A. 12, little things my wife does for me mean more to me than things she says, D. Or, I love to hug my wife, E.
Some of these feel repetitive, don't they?
They do, but I think that's the point, right?
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, it like hones in on that.
Comparing.
Yeah. Number 13, my wife's praise means a lot to me, A. Or, it means a lot to me that my wife gives me gifts I really like, C. 14, just being around my wife makes me feel good, B. Or, I love it when my wife rubs my back, E. 15, my wife's reactions to my accomplishments are so encouraging, A. Or, it means a lot to me when my wife helps me with something I know she hates, D as in dog. 16, I never get tired of my wife's kisses, E.
Oh.
I'm not going to kiss you right now. Or, I love that my wife shows real interest in things I like to do, B as in boy. 17, I can count on my wife to help me with projects, D as in dog. Or, I still get excited when opening a gift for my wife, C. 18, I love for my wife to compliment my appearance, A. Or, I love that my wife listens to my ideas and doesn't rush to judge or criticize, B. Now, there's more questions here, but maybe we should tell them that it's okay to pause it between these, because I'm going through this kind of fast, and some of these take a little bit of thought.
Yeah. It's the beauty of video, though. They can pause, right?
That's true. Okay, so feel free to pause. Number 19, I can't help but touch my wife when she's close by, E. Or, my wife sometimes runs errands for me, and I appreciate that, D as in dog. 20, my wife deserves an award for all the things she does to help me, D as in dog. Or, I'm sometimes amazed at how thoughtful my wife's gifts to me are, C. 21, I love having my wife's undivided attention, B as in boy. Or, keeping the house clean is an important act of service, D as in dog. 22, I look forward to seeing what my wife gives me for my birthday, C. Or, I never get tired of hearing my wife tell me that I'm important to her, A. 23, my wife lets me know she loves me by giving me gifts, C. Or, my wife shows her love by helping me catch up on projects around the house, D as in dog. 24, my wife doesn't interrupt me when I'm talking to her, and I like that, B. Or, I never get tired of receiving gifts from my wife, C. 25, so 5 more questions. My wife can tell when I'm tired, and she's good about asking me how she can help, D as in dog. Or, it doesn't matter where I go, I just like going places with my wife, B as in boy. 26, I love having sex with my wife, E, or I love surprise gifts for my wife. C.
Moving on.
27. My wife's encouraging words give me confidence. A, or I love to watch movies with my wife. B as in boy. 28. I couldn't ask for any better gifts than the ones my wife gives me. C, or I just can't keep my hands off my wife. E. 29. It means a lot to me when my wife helps me despite having other things to do. D as in dog. Or it makes me feel really good when my wife tells me she appreciates me. A. 30. Last question. I love hugging and kissing my wife after we've been apart for a while. E. Or I love hearing my wife tell me that she believes in me. A.
Wow. That was a lot of questions, but I know it's going to be valuable for you. So now put your answers together.
So you add up your A's.
How many A's did you get?
How many B's, C's, etc. And then do you want to tell them what the key is?
Sure. Yeah. So before we give you the answer for the guys here, just know that you might have two that are tied, and that's okay. And in the book it says that means you're bilingual, and having two primary love languages is not that uncommon. And sometimes your second best or second highest score is really close to that first score. I know for me, I found that I had two that were really tight. So just know.
It's like your primary love language and then your secondary love language, right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so the 5 love languages are words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. And the book actually goes into detail about what each of these are, or you could go to their website. It's really free and helpful. So if you got mostly A's, that was...
words of affirmation.
Yeah.
That's my number 1.
Yeah, good for you. You did great. If you got mostly B's...
quality time.
Quality time.
So B is quality time.
And we thank you for spending this 12 minutes with us. C
is receiving gifts.
Yes. And we hope you enjoyed this free video today.
As our gift to you.
Yes.
D is acts of service.
Right. So I don't have anything witty to say.
Laundry. Dishes.
I won't do your laundry for you.
E is physical touch.
Yep. So that's a good one too. Just reach out, high five. Okay, so thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing this. And now I'm gonna lead the women through their questions, and we're gonna see how they shake up. So
awesome.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
My time here is done.
Time here is done. Thank you for watching.
Thank you guys.
If you're a guy, this is where we part ways.
Yeah, dudes, take the test. It's seriously helpful. It helps you to understand yourself and how you can better be loved, and it'll help you in your marriage to serve your wife better, love her better, all that. It's important.
All right.
We're all a work in progress.
So true. Okay.